Hi, I'm Chris Cooper from Norfolk Yacht Agency, and this is a walkthrough video of this new Ensign 21 river cruiser. So she was built in 2019, and she is a new boat. She's not been used. She was built by a local hire boat operator who was intending to put her into fleet for use as a day boat in the 2020 season. That was an interesting season, and they decided not to put the boat into service, and instead to sell her. So she's to all intents and purposes a new boat. Very low hours, like minimal hours, less than 10, and she is in very nice condition, having had literally no use at all. She's fitted with a Narni 21 horsepower diesel engine on a shaft, and as you can see, she's a very modern looking boat. The bonded windows help that, certainly. You will not find another Ensign 21 of this age and type for sale. They just don't exist. This was a bespoke built boat, specifically for the owner's purposes. So just walking around the back of the boat here, you can see canvas canopy door on the aft end. The gel coat is as you would imagine. It's a new boat that's not had any use, so there are no marks and blemishes on it at all. So let's take you aboard. So looking into the cabin area here, you can see bench seats on either side of the boat, and the helm position forwards on the port side. There's not massive headroom in an Ensign. I would say 5. Well, I'll measure it, but I think we've got say 5'6", 5'7" headroom. So there's not many adults that would stand upright in this boat. But then that isn't the point. She's a very low air draft boat, so she goes everywhere on the broad system. She'd get through every single bridge, regardless of the state of the tide. So very nice boat to use as a day cruiser, picnic boat. Just to get out onto the river and enjoy the river, whatever the weather. So on the port side here is the galley unit. We've got a stainless steel tap and sink. The boat has a water tank and a domestic water system, but it doesn't have fixed cooking facilities. So this is a portable gas stove, canister type stove, which comes with the boat. So this is the toilet compartment, and that's on the starboard side of the boat, in the starboard aft corner, just as you walk in through the rear doors, and that's a Jabsco manual flush toilet. So the boat has a holding tank as well for the toilet waste. And what's nice about this style of boat really is that you can use it as a day cruiser. It's intended as a day cruiser, but then you have some facilities which you wouldn't have on an open day boat or a speedboat or sports cruiser. So there's your helm position here, and the helm seat has quite a clever arrangement. Fold over backrest there, so what is the helm seat in normal use becomes part of the boat's general seating whilst tied up and entertaining. And the helm position itself actually is a good size. There's a lot of space between the helm seat and the helm, which sounds like a minor point, but it means that it'll accommodate pretty much any helmsman really, in terms of their height and leg room and what have you. Quite often you get onto boats of this type and style, and you can barely fit behind the helm position. I mean, I'm 6'2", and there's plenty of space there for me to sit very comfortably behind the helm. I could spend several hours there, spend all day there, and be pretty comfortable. So engine instrumentation is pretty basic. It's just literally the Narni panel, which has got a tachometer, rev counter, and the standard Narni warning lights. We've got a switch panel there, which has got all the usual bits and pieces on. So there's a switch for the water system, for the horn, for the windscreen wiper, control for the bilge pumps, navigation lights. This boat is fitted with navigation lights, and also the stereo. And if I just pan round to my right, then you can see quite a nice JVC stereo unit in here. So this would be a very comfortable boat to be on with friends and family. So the upholstery is it's a faux leather, and I believe it is it's called ostrich skin, but it's quite a nice effect. And that view back there, look, you can see the toilet compartment in that aft starboard corner, and the galley then in the aft port corner, and the door in and out of the boat, right at the back end of the boat. And and the table obviously in the middle here between the bench seats. We've got a wood laminate floor in here too. So just looking up and above, these are the split sliding roofs, so the canopy's open independently, which means that you could open one side if the wind was blowing over across the boat and what have you. You could have some shelter on one side and have the canopy open on the other. So it's just a little view of the engine here, and as I say, this is a new boat, so the engine, as you would imagine, the engine compartment is looks like new, and smells like new actually as well. So there's plenty of soundproofing in here. So this little 3-cylinder engine will just run happily chugging away in the background all day.